So we have had a busy week. I'm just coming down into the veg area now where we've been trying to sort everything out for the future year. We've now got a nice set of concrete steps in, which we've upcycled from some old road curbs which I had, and that's made accessing this area a lot easier. I'll flip the camera now and we'll have a quick walk around and I can show you what we've been busy doing. So we've been prepping this area for veg. We're going to do cut flowers and perennial flowers in this bed. We've then got a footpath with wood chip which is going across the polytunnel, and where our pile of compost and manure is now, that's going to get moved and there'll be another bed here. Walking down the path here, we've put land drains in this week and irrigation pipes. So the land drain catches the water that basically comes off the back of the polytunnel, and because it's a low point, it catches all the water on the garden. This now runs down 100mm perforated pipe, which we've installed across the side of the polytunnel here. We also have the irrigation pipes laid in as well. It comes to this point here where there's a Y, and it goes all the way along the length of the polytunnel, along the toe of this bank, which catches the other 50% of the water which falls on the polytunnel, and basically stops too much water when it is raining soaking into this side of the veg area where it could get too wet. And then the land drain continues downhill then where these 2 points meet, and it heads past the well shed where the irrigation pipes go into, and then it runs across the front of the gate there, which was a bit of a wet area, and then it continues out into the yard. Now the only other drain that we put in is where it goes, where it is by the gate there, there's actually another Y, and we've got the land drain perforated pipe running all the way up this length here to the corner, and we took the opportunity while the trench was open to put a central irrigation pipe here on the plot and a pipe in the corner there which will be permanent water feed for troughs in the field, and also watering cans in the corner of the veg garden, and obviously the option to put a timer on it as well if we want another irrigation point. When it gets to the corner where that pipe is, it actually then comes back uphill, sweeps around this corner here from here, and it runs up here and ties in again to the other side of the polytunnel. So the large French drain and stone raft behind the polytunnel and under the staging that's actually catching all the water from the garden here then gets shed basically 50-50 on either side through these land drains. So just plenty of drainage around the polytunnel really, because we do have constant water flowing because we're on a hill here. So the machine's currently sat on the topsoil pile, which we screened last year, but we have got these drain arisings here which I've got to level in to these low areas, and then we can spread the topsoil back over the whole area, and we've got about 100 foot by 20 foot which will break down into smaller beds. So that's this whole area here basically next to the polytunnel. It's around, growing area about 100 foot by 20 foot, something like that. And then we've got the two beds at the top either side of the footpath that go into the polytunnel. Those two beds are, I'm not sure what size they are, they're probably about 20 foot by 10 foot, something like that. 9-10 foot I would say. And so the irrigation pipes that we've put in, we've actually installed 2 zones in the polytunnel, plus a third pipe which will be constant feed of water. So that's just for filling, your hose pipe or a watering can. We could also put a timer on that and create a third zone in the polytunnel if we needed to. We've got one zone halfway up this long area, and the plan is then to have the 2 smaller beds at the top here zoned off the outside of the shed. We'll put 2 taps on the outside of the shed that we can lead pipes to those 2 zones to irrigate separate, and then on this side of the shed here we'll put another zone for this area here, so the other half of the 100 foot bed. So that should break it down and give us the ability to have around 7 zones in total. We're going to probably go with the Rainbird system, which I quite like, and we'll put a 8-zone controller in. And with an 8-zone controller, we can control all the zones. We can have 2 permanent feeds to the polytunnel and the corner of the veg area, and a permanent feed on this side of the shed. So just for hose pipes and watering cans and things like that. I'll do a video on the well shed and the controller, solenoid valves, and the complete setup at a later date once we've ordered all the stuff. So we've still got a lot of work to do, but just thought it was worthwhile showing everyone what we've been up to over the last week. We've had dry weather, so although it's been very cold and we've still got snow in the fields, it's been a great opportunity for us to actually get some of this muck shift and trench work done before it rains next week. So hopefully by the end of this weekend I'll have this whole area levelled and shaped, and then we'll be sort of ready for tilling and planting. We will be doing a no-till system, but initially just to prep these beds, because it's the first year, we will rotivate and level and sort them out. But from there on out then, the plan will be a no-till dig, no-dig system, no-till hopefully, and just adding compost and wood chip on the beds, on the paths in between the beds. So that's the plan, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll try and get another video up possibly early next week. We've got the sheep getting scanned on I think Monday or Tuesday, so try and get some footage of that, and we'll see you on the next one.